Welcome class. Today we are going to continue with exercise 5.2 question number 4. In this video you will find few questions as homework as well. So please do it. They are the easy ones. Also the last two questions, as I told you before also, the word problems, the real life situation problems are cancelled. So in this exercise 5.2, the last two questions you can see children, they are the word problems. So they are deleted from the portion. Please put a cross on it, and the rest of the questions you are going to find it on the video. In this video I have done it till question number 12, and the rest of the videos the rest of the questions we will do it on Friday. So please don't miss the class. Thank you, and let us start with today's class. Now children, question number 4 says, which term of the AP is 3, 8, 13, 18 is 78? That means we have to determine that which term will give us the value of 78. Now children, first we will write what is given. Given that 3, 8, 13, 18 and so on is an AP. It is already given that this is an AP. Since we do not know which term 78 belongs to, we will write let nth term be 78. That is an is 78. Now, to determine any term to be an AP, we need the first value and A1 or A, and we need the difference. So A1 or A is A3. Now how do we find out the difference? It is given as A2 minus A1. A2 is 8, A1 is 3. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Now, since we have written an is equals to 78, an can be written as a plus n minus 1 into d. A being 3, we will substitute the value. D being 5, we will substitute the value here. Now, simple mathematics will be performed here. This 3 we will shift it to RHS. What we will get? N minus 1 into 5 is equals to 78 minus 3, which will give you the value of 75. Now after that you can see children, n minus 1 is getting multiplied by 5. This 5, when we will shift it to RHS, this will be in division. We will get n minus 1 is equals to 75 upon 5. You will get the value 15. Then after this minus 1 will be transferred to RHS. This will become 15 plus 1, n is equals to 16. What do we determine by n is equals to 16? That A16 is equals to 78. That means 16th term will give us the value of 78. Is that clear children? With this we complete question number 4. This is the complete solution. Now let us move on to the next question number 5. Next we move on to question number 5, the first part. Find the number of terms in each of the following APs. Okay, we have to find how many total terms are there. So first we will write what is given to us, that this particular series is an AP 7, 13, 19 up till 205. So that means we have to determine how many total number of terms are there. We do not know. So first we will write our assumption. Let there be n terms in this AP. Let there be n terms in this AP. What do we have over here? A we have as 7. D, how to calculate D? A2 minus A1. D is equals to 13 minus 7. D is equals to 6. Okay. And the last term we know, that is AN is equals to 205. Alright. Now we have to calculate how many total terms are there. So how do we calculate? By taking the AN term, the last term. AN we know, we can write it as A plus N minus 1 into D. Right? AN, the value is given as how much children? It is given as 205. Substitute the values. First term, that is A, is given as 7 plus N we do not know, so we have to determine. It will be left as it is, N minus 1. D is how much children? It is 6. So firstly we are going to substitute 7 to LHS. Transfer 7 to LHS. We will have 205 minus 7 is equals to n minus 1 multiplied by 6. Then what will happen children? 205 minus 7 will give you the answer 198, which is equals to n minus 1 multiplied by 6. This 6 is in multiplication. We will shift it to LHS. It will become in division. So 198 divided by 6 is equals to n minus 1. How much is 198 divided by 6? Let us do the calculation here. 6 3s are 18. Again 6 3s are 18, 33. So over here we will write 33 is equals to n minus 1. Shift minus 1 to LHS. We have 33 plus 1 is equals to n. 34 is equals to n. That means how many terms are there in total? How many terms are there in total? There are 34 terms. There are 34 terms in this AP. Is that clear, children? Simple mathematical calculation we have done over here. We have taken n terms. A is given, D is given, and A and B all know it is 205. Just write the formula and substitute the value. You will get the answer as 34 is equals to n. Second part of this same question is your homework. Is that clear? Now let us move on to question number 6. Let us begin with question number 6. Check whether minus 150 is a term of the AP 11, 8, 5, 2 and so on. So here we know what is given, children, that this series is an arithmetic progression. It is an AP. We have A, the first term, as 11. Then we need D for also the difference, that is A2 minus A1, 8 minus 11, which is equals to minus 3. We have to check whether minus 150 will come in this AP or not. So for that, what do we need, children? We do not know which term is 1 minus 150, right? So we will write let an is equals to minus 150, because we do not know which term will minus 150 lie for. So over here we have an is equals to minus 150. Now how to expand an? We all know the formula. A plus n minus 1 into D is equals to minus 150. Right? A we all know, it is given as 11. So 11 plus n we do not know, minus 1 D is equals to minus 150. D also we know, children. D is how much? D is given as minus 3. Be careful of the signs. Now, this 11 we will shift it to RHS. We will have n minus 1 multiplied by minus 3 is equals to minus 150, and this 11 on transposing to RHS we will write it as minus 11. So whenever we have two negative integers, we always subtract. This will be n minus 1 into minus 3, which is equals to, now minus 150 and minus 11. How much do we get on addition? 161. So we will write minus 161. This 3 is in multiplication. Minus 3 is in multiplication. We will write n minus 1 is equals to minus 161 divided by minus 3. Minus minus sign gets cancelled. Okay. Now, is 161 divisible by 3? Let us check with the divisibility rule. 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. No, it is not divisible. So what are we going to do? We are going to leave it as it is. Minus 1, we are going to shift it to RHS. We will write n is equals to 161 upon 3 plus 1. Minus 1 will become plus 1. Now, I am going to do the calculation over here. In this particular case, we are going to take the LCM. So n is equals to, what will be the LCM? It will be 3. 161 plus this denominator is 1. 1 3s are 3. We will write it here. N is equals to 164 upon 3. Again we will check whether 164 is divisible by 3 or not. 1 plus 6, 7, 7 plus 4, 11, 11 upon 3, it is not divisible. So what we are going to do, we are going to convert it in mixed fraction and let us see. So while calculating on mixed fraction, we will get 53 2 by 3. So we see over here, children, that n is not equal to minus 150. Okay, here we can see it is not equal to minus 150. Therefore, since we are not getting minus 150, we are getting a different term altogether. We will write minus 150 is not a term of the AP. Okay, because n should be equal to minus 150. We should have got a particular number Okay, so n is not equal to minus, sorry, not it should not be equal to minus 50, but we should get a particular term over here. But what we are getting a fraction, we are getting a mixed fraction. But terms are always what? A1, A2, A3, isn't it, children? Here the terms are always as A1, A2, A3. We do not write A164 by 3. This is not a particular number. This we need whole numbers to determine every term. Since n is not a type of a whole number, we are getting mixed fraction. So minus 150 is not a term in the AP. Here we should, in this case, n should be such a number that we can write it as, for example, yes, we could have written A17 is equals to minus 150. But are we getting n as 17? No, we are getting n as something like 164 upon 3, isn't it? We are getting n as 164 upon 3. So here, children, over here minus 150 is not a term of the AP. Is that clear? Now, question number 7, we will move on to question number 7. Question number 7 says, find the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term is 38 and the 16th term is 73. Alright. Let us write what is given here, children. Given is A11 is equals to 38 and A16 is given as 73. Right. Now A11 is 38. On expanding this, how do we write A11? We write it as A plus n minus 1 into D, isn't it? So A11 is equals to how much? A plus n minus 1. 11 minus 1 into D. A11 is equals to A plus 11 minus 1 is 10D, right? So we have the value over here, A11, the value is given as 38. So we have 38 is equals to A plus 10D. Is that clear? Also, let us expand A16. How can we write A16? We can write it as A plus n minus 1D. A16 is equals to A plus 16 minus 1 into D. A16 is equals to A plus 16 minus 1 is 15D. Okay. So A16, the value is 73. We will substitute the value. 73 is equals to A plus 15D. Is that clear? Now over here what we are going to do, children, we are going to subtract the terms. Okay. We are going to subtract A16 and A11. So what we will get here on subtraction, write down on subtraction, what do we get? We get A plus 15D minus, we are going to subtract this term, A plus 10D. Remember to always write it in bracket. RHS, this particular, the constant numbers will be subtracted as well. 73 minus 38. Is that clear? Next, let us open up the brackets and see what we get. We need A plus 15D here minus A minus 10D, which is equals to 73 minus 38 will give you the answer. This will give you the answer 35. Alright. Now A and minus A gets cancelled. 15D minus 10D will give you 5D, which is equals to 35. D is equals to 35 divided by 5. D is equals to 7. So what was the purpose of subtracting both the terms? To find out D, that is 7. Is that clear? Now the value of D, we can write it here and we can determine the 31st term. Now how to determine the 31st term, children? A31, we can write it as A plus n minus 1 D. A31 is equals to A plus n minus 1 is 30 minus 31 minus 1 will give you 30D. Alright. D we know over here it is 7. But do we know A? We do not know A as of now. So what we are going to do, children, this D, the value of D, we are going to keep it in the first, in this equation. Okay, so that we get the value of A from here. Is that clear? Then only we will be able to determine the 31st term. So here what we are going to write, we will write A11 is equals to 38. What was the derivation of A11? It was A plus 10D is equals to 38. Right. A plus 10. D is how much? It is 7 multiplied by 7 is equals to 38. A is equals to 70, which is equals to A plus 70 is equals to 38. Right? A is equals to 38 minus 70. How much is 38 minus 70, children? 38 minus 70 will give you minus 32. Now we know the first term is how much? It is minus 32. We will subtract, we will put the value over here. So we will write A31 is equals to A plus 30D. A31 is equals to A is given as minus 32 plus 30 multiplied by D is how much? It is 7. A31 is equals to minus 32. 30 into 7 will give us 210. A31 is equals to 210 minus 32. 210 minus 32. How much we will get, children? 0. This will give us 1. So 178. A31, that means the 31st term will be how much? It will be 178. This is your answer. Okay. A31 will be 178. This will be your answer. Is that clear, children? In question number 8 also similar type of criteria is there. So question number 8 is your homework. Question number 8 is your homework. Is that clear? Let us move on to the next question. Let us now move on to question number 9. Question number 9 says, if the third and the ninth term of an AP are 4 and minus 8 respectively, which term of this AP is 0? That means which term will give the value of 0? So first we are going to write what is given. Given is the third term, that is A3 as 4, and the ninth term, that is A9 as minus 8. We have to determine that which term will give us 0, right? So we do not know which term will give us 0. We will write let nth term be equal to 0. Alright, that means an is equals to 0. Now, firstly, we are going to again do the subtraction. We are going to first find out the difference as we did in the previous question. So, to find out the difference, what we are going to do, we are going to take out the derivation of this A3 and A9. So, I'm going to divide my page into screen into two parts. Okay, the first one that I have is A3 is equals to 4. Now, in the general formula, how can I write it? We can write it as A plus n minus 1 into D is equals to 4. A plus n minus 1, A is 3, n is 3, sorry, 3 minus 1 into D is equals to 4. A plus 2D is equals to 4. Then, for the ninth term, we have A9 is equals to minus 8. So, A plus n minus 1 D is equals to minus 8. A plus n is what? Which term we are talking about? We are talking about 9. So, 9 over here, 9 minus 1 D is equals to minus 8. A plus 8D is equals to minus 8. Now what we are going to do? We are going to subtract 1 from 2. Okay. On 1 means this particular term. We will subtract both these equations. So we will write on subtraction. On subtraction, what do we get? We get A plus 8D. Okay, this and this will be subtracted. So I am subtracting A plus 8D and A plus 2D. So this will be A plus 8D minus A plus 2D, which is equals to minus 8 minus 4. A plus 8D minus A minus 2D is equals to minus 12. A and minus A gets cancelled. 8D minus 2D will give us how much? It will give us 8D minus 2D is equals to minus 12. 8 minus 2 is 60 is equals to minus 12. Bring 6 to RHS, we get minus 12 upon 6. The answer is minus 2. That means the value of D is how much, children? It is minus 2. Alright. Now we have got the value of D as minus 2. Now to determine that which term will be 0, How to generalize this particular equation an? We can write it at a. We can write it as a plus n minus 1 into d, which is equals to 0. We know d. We do not have n. We have to calculate. We need a. That is the first term. So as we did in the previous question, that the value of d, we had put it in one of the equations. You can put either in this one or in this one to determine the first term. So I'm going to put the value of d in the first one. So let it be equation number 1. Now from here I will write substituting d is equals to minus 2 in equation 1. In equation 1, what do we have? A plus 2d is equals to 4. A plus 2 multiplied by minus 2 is equals to 4. From here, what do we get? A plus 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 is equals to 4. Right. So transpose minus 4. While opening the brackets, we will have a minus 4 is equals to 4. A is equals to transpose this. We will have 4 plus 4, which is equals to 8. That means the first term is 8. Now we have the d and we have the first term. Both the values we are going to substitute here. Okay. Both the values we are going to substitute here. So what we will get? We will get a is what? It is 8 plus n minus 1 into d is minus 2, which is equals to 0. Now transpose 8 to RHS. We will get n minus 1 multiplied by minus 2, which is equals to 0 minus 8. You will get the value over here minus 8. Bring minus 2 to RHS. You will have n minus 1 is equals to minus 8 upon minus 2. Is that clear? Now, after this, minus minus gets cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. N minus 1 is equals to 8. N is equals to how much? N minus 1 is equals to, 4. N minus 1 is equals to 4. 4 plus minus 1 shifted to RHS, you will get 1. So n is equals to 5. Alright. That means fifth term A5 will give you the value of the value 0. Is that clear? A5 will give you the value of 0. So let us quickly revise. What did we first do? We first generalized both the terms, that is A3 and A9 into general term, and then after doing it we subtracted the two, we got the value of d. After finding out the value of d, we had put it in equation 1, we got the first term. Now after getting the first term, what did we do? We substituted all the values over here in an is equals to 0, and we found out that when in this series the fifth term will give us the value of 0. I hope this is clear, children. Let us move on to the next question. Next we move on to question number 10. The 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Okay, exceeds means that it will increase the 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. So, how can we write over here? The 17th term, that is A17, exceeds its 10th term by 7. That means to 10th term, that means to A10, if I add the number 7, I will get the value A17. This doesn't mean, children, I'm talking about A10 or A7. No. This is not the case. A10 plus A7 will give you A17. No. To A10, we do not know which value is A10 is having. Plus 7, this is a numeric value which is given, not in the terms of A7. Okay. So A10 plus 7 is equals to A17. This particular equation is given. Alright. So let us write again. We will write what are the two terms given? Given are the two terms A17 and A10. Alright. They are exceeding. That means when I will add, just a second, children. That means when I will add 7 to the 7 to 8 10th term, I will get the 17th term. Alright. So we can write this particular thing as A17. We can write it as A17 minus A10 is equals to 7. Right. Now to generalize A17 and A10, what will I get? A17, I can write it as A plus n minus 1 into D. Right. How much this will be? Orally you can also say, children, n is given as 17. 17 minus 1 into d, a plus 16d, isn't it? So I can write this particular term as a plus 16d minus how much A10 will become? It will become A plus 9D. By now, I'm sure children, you must have learned how to calculate this. Whatever is the term, 17, 10, 6, whenever you will generalize, you will find one value lower than the given term. Okay, which is equals to 7. Now, let us open up the brackets. A plus 16D minus A minus 9D is equals to 7. A minus A gets cancelled. 16 minus 9. How much will you get, children? 16 minus 9. You will get the answer as 7D, which is equals to 7. D is equals to 7 divided by 7. You get the answer as 1. This is your answer. We have to find out the common difference. So this is your answer. I know this is very short and sweet method. Of course, you must have understood. Just subtract both the terms, you will find out the answer of D. I hope this is clear, children. Now, let us move on to question number 12. Question number 10, I have done, children. Question number 11 is your homework. Okay? Question number 11 is your homework. Now, let us move on to question number 12. Now, question number 12 says the two APs have the same common difference. Okay, so there are two APs and they have the same difference. That means a particular series is there, AP1 and AP2. Their difference is same. If suppose the difference is D over here, then the difference in the second series is also D. The difference between the 100th terms is 100. Okay, that means the 100th term, suppose I take over here for terms small a, and for this particular series I take capital AN, for here I take small an. Okay, now the difference between their 100 terms, that means the first series A100 and the second series capital A100, the difference over here is 100. On subtraction, you will get the difference as 100. What is the difference between the 1000th terms? That means they're asking if I take small a 1000 for first series and for the second series, if I take minus capital A 1000, what will be the difference over here? What will be the answer over here? Is that clear? So let us begin with the solution. Let us begin with the solution. This is question number 12 we are doing. Okay, we will write let small a be the first term of say AP1. Okay, AP1 is our first series. And capital A be the first term of the second series. That means of AP2. Alright. And over here they have the same common difference. So we will also write here, children, that let D be the common difference. Let D be the common difference. Okay. Now understand this carefully. It is already given, children, to us that the difference between the 100th term is 100. That means A100 minus capital A100 will give you the answer as 100. Now, again, if I generalize it like we did in the previous question, this A100 I can write it as A plus 100 minus 1 into D. A plus 99D I will get, right? So for both the cases, I will get the same answer. Only there will be difference of small a and capital A, as small a is for the first series and capital A is for the second series. So this particular equation I can write it as a plus 99d minus capital A plus 99d is equals to 100. Remember, difference is same, so both will be small d. We have a plus 99d minus capital A plus 99d is equals to 100. Okay. Now in this case, children, A and A will not be cancelled. Why? Because the first terms are different, because they belong to different arithmetic progression series. But over here you can see, sorry, this will be minus 99d. Here 99d plus 99d and minus 99d gets cancelled. We are left with what, children? A minus capital A is equals to 100. Okay. Now, after this, we have to determine that what will be the difference between the thousandth term. Okay, so we will write for thousandth term, for thousandth term, the same equation will follow. We will write A 1000 minus capital A 1000, which is equals to. Now, how can we write it in the generalized formula? For 100, we got 99d, isn't it? For 1000, we will get 999. Alright, so we can write this as a plus 999d minus capital A. For this particular series, we can write 999d, isn't it? Now, A 1000 minus capital A 1000 is equals to, let us open up the brackets, 999d minus A minus 999d. Now, plus 999d and minus 999d will be cancelled. What are we left with? We are left with A minus A. We are left with A minus A. Okay. Now, A minus A. What value did we have over here? A minus A, we had the value of 100, isn't it? So this particular equation, the value this particular value, what are we going to do? We are going to substitute. So we are going to write over here, let this be equation 1. Okay, now we will write from equation 1, from equation 1, we will write A 1000 minus capital A 1000 is equals to 100, because small a minus capital A, the value we got 100. So therefore the difference will be what, children? The difference between their thousandth term will be 100 only. This is your answer. Okay, I hope this is clear, children. I will show it to you once again. Firstly, what did we write? We wrote, let there be two series AP1 and AP2, and let the first term of AP1 be small a, and let the first term of second series be capital A. And D is the common difference in both the series. Now, it is given that the difference between the 100 terms is 100. We just wrote A 100 and minus capital A 100 in their generalized formula. We got the value, we got this equation, small a minus capital A is equals to 100. For the thousandth term, we wrote the same thing, that too in the generalized formula. We got the equation A minus capital A. Now, from the first part, we got the solution that small a minus capital A, the value is 100. This simple equation, the answer, we had substituted in this particular equation. So over here we got the same answer. The difference between the thousandth term is also 100. With this we conclude the session, children. On Friday we are going to do the rest of the question. Okay, thank you so much.